welcome to the video. Today we're going to continue our discussion about frames. And the first question I have for you is, when you think of frames, what do you think of? Now, if you're like me, one of the very first things you think of is eyeglasses. You know why? Because when I was 10 years old, I had to wear glasses, and I found that out because I couldn't see the chalkboard. Yes, and back in those days, it was a chalkboard. Anyway, so my mom, she took me to the eyeglass place, and I had to go through the dreaded thing of picking out frames. I don't know, if you're like me, I hated that. Not only that, but because when I was a kid, I couldn't pay for it. My mother, she made sure that she picked the most ugliest frames possible, and I could show you pictures, but you know what? Why would I want to do that to myself? Seriously. Anyway, so I wore glasses until I was 40. I wore glasses 30 years. And I have to tell you, I went through this big, long process as I was considering getting LASIK eye surgery, because the frames were part of my identity. These glasses, they were part of who I was. For so long, I had them on my face, you know. And I have to tell you that it took me quite a while before I stopped going like this after I had eye surgery. And so when I think of frames, I think of glasses. But you know what? Here's the thing. The interesting thing about frames is you don't need to have bad vision to wear glasses, because people wear sunglasses all the time. And sunglasses, well, they have frames too. That's what these sunglass places, Ray-Ban, all these places, that's what they do. They capitalize on the frame that they're selling you. And by the way, if you'd like to see how cool these reading glasses are, check that out. Do I look my age now or what? These happen to be Avon. These are from Avon, which I sell, by the way, just for fun. These are Avon reading glasses, and I actually have a pair of black too. But so anyway, when I think about frames, I think about glasses. But there's other things too that are framed in the world. I even made a list. I asked my husband, I said, what's the first thing you think of when you think of a frame? You know what he said? He goes, a house. To which I'm like, really? But then I thought, man brain, obviously that's what he's going to think of. Construction, because, you know, people have to build a house. But here's the other thing I thought of. I thought of beds. Your bed has a frame, doesn't it? Unless you're, you know, like me and you flopped on a mattress for a year. I did that actually before we moved to Tennessee. That's another story for another day, though. Posters, TV, and then in our vernacular of the day, we also use terms like, hey, do you think he was framed for that murder? Hey, do you think he was framed for that crime? Or did you know lawyers, they always frame the argument, don't they? Of course they do, because they want to set it up so that their client wins. So what I want to do is I want to ask you, what are some frames in your life? And just leave a comment. Think of anything with a frame and leave a comment, all right? I know this is a simple exercise, but I think the more that you think about it, the more you'll realize frames actually influence us all over the place. They really do. And so if a frame can influence you all over the place physically, in law, you know, with pictures, with glasses, with your bed, then it makes sense to me that how you frame your thinking and how you reframe your thoughts also has that much influence over you. So just something to think about. I hope you do. Leave me a comment, and we'll see you again on the next episode. Thank you for watching.